Alright everyone, welcome to the cult of Bole Esti. In fact, there's no the at the front, sorry, it's just cult of the Bole Esti. At least, I assume that's how it's pronounced. I have no idea how to pronounce this. So, Pavel, or sorry, Lover, I don't know which way we'd rather be called. This is Lover P48 or something, is the username. Has had this in architecture for a while, and I always said I would take a first look, so here I am. So I've not seen this before at all. There should be version 3. There's a new subscription feature for Caravel.net users on the forum that downloaded this in-game, so I hope it's the right version. My name is Somblebee, and this is my story of how I became a cultist and what it cost me. But let's start at the beginning. In a low moment of mine, a cult priest approached me, promising that I'd get out of my troubling situation with the help of their group. Desperate, I agreed. Rain was lightly dropping onto my vest and coat when I met up with the priest in the middle of the forest. Should I read these out or not? I guess I won't. So I figure my goal is to get 200 Greckles. Warp to level 3 if you wish to test that one. Okay, so I won't go into that. Alright, I know all those people. There's a yellow key down here. Interestingly, there's a yellow key on a room entrance tile, so that's fun. Well, it's not what you always see, because I assume as soon as you walk into the room it gets picked up. You know. Venomous spider is very dangerous right now. Look at that guy. Whew. Very open to explore at the moment. Again, this guy here. This is free. I don't know if we have no % damage, but I'm just going to take it anyway. That is probably safe. I don't have to commit to that now, but I assume that that's okay. That is so low. This guy's going to surely get much cheaper in a hurry. That's an interesting setup. There must be a strange way in here. Oh, what the? Really big sword. Or my shield grappling hook. I could use all of those. I will get none of them instead. And it looks like there's absolutely no way to prevent that, not unless there's a scripted thing. Like, nothing will save you there. Interesting that there's a third one here. There is attack behind an eye down there as well. That looks very one way at the moment. That's interesting. It is not one way because there's a way back here with Spirit of the Wolf, but I need a lot more to do that. That's interesting as well. And in fact, we've got the special skull icon on the minimap for this guy here. The question is, do we ever actually have to fight him? Can we just do everything on this side first? So I think I'm going to commit to this. And then attack is very good. Now this one does give us attack if we wait till later. However, it's probably worth taking one hit for the attack right now. There was a Wraith Wings type enemy who I've not reached the attack checkpoint yet, but Venomous Spider rapidly decreasing right now. So I need something easy that will also give me stats. Ideally attack. Absolutely everything wants a bit of attack. So what's the easiest attack? There's this guy. Gives me attack and a yellow key. I don't think I've seen any yellow doors at all, have I? One here. Oh, I should also check. Score, yes, they're all custom. So interestingly, defense is worth more. That's unusual. You don't normally see that. That's fine. No blue keys or anything to score, which is also interesting. I assume everything that's impossible for this score point has just been removed. There is another defense here. So it was actually optimal to take this one. You know, got to get that 1 HP sorted, you know. That's the level of optimizing. So that might be too much damage. I'm curious how much it will be. This looks like a good place to start. I'm curious how much it will be worth just pushing ahead and coming back rather than getting stats now, because looking over the other side of the bridge, you know, this is pretty cheap. This is pretty cheap. I wonder how many other like very cheap things there will be. This is pretty good though now. Ferocious Bat. I'm doing a lot of saves. He's not going to get cheaper for a while. Everything's looking better for defense now, so this is a bit more tempting. But I do need health as well. I need a health pickup somewhere. The first one's profitable, but not the other. This is pretty good as well, but it's not, certainly not giving me the health that I crave. My health is now critically low. This might be too much. Cannot get that. This I could only really do if there's any free health elsewhere. It might be that I have to take that set of roaches first. Oh no, wait. There's a completely free health here that I missed. Okay. That makes a difference. This is okay, but really I desperately need these guys to go down, and I think I'm not going to get them to go down on this side of the level. This feels like a bad use of a yellow key, but I might be wrong. It might actually be a pretty good use. Well, it's not score-wise, but you know, 1 defense, maybe it's not good. I wonder if it is time to pick this up. I think it is. I think I just need the HP. Although technically that costs 60. I can probably do this first, but not the others. Oh, it's on the screen. I think it will be worth it to pick up more stats on this side of the river first. That's sort of what I'm estimating. Then you are worth it. And then you are worth it. Now it's getting a bit spicy trying to go for that. Perhaps this is worth it. You are probably not worth it yet. You're probably not either. Maybe none of this is worth it yet. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to... There is another way back here. It looks like I'm probably just going to have to go to the other side of the river now. Making so many saves. Oh, there was a save anyway. I need more shovels to go that way. I need a way back, that's what I need. What a lovely rock formation. Worth of shovels increase throughout levels. First shovel is 200 points, 900 points, and then 2,000 points. So long term, I get better score by not spending them. Oh yeah, prices of shovels have risen lately. So this door is very substantially better than this one, and this implies to me that actually killing that guy is possibly worth it, although maybe it's still bad. These guys might be worth it. The river continues. I thought that was going to be free. It is not. Strikes from bat turned. Incorrect. It is free. You are another boss. It doesn't look like I have the health to pick this up, and there's not really much I can do on this side. Maybe How much do these guys hit me for? Way too much. Yeah, no, it's too much on this side at the moment. So we're just going to keep going. Technically, you don't need to do that just yet. Blue key, you say? There's one that gives me defense. You are surely worth it. Not having looked in this room yet. That was free. So the problem with coming in this to come back is that I'm forced to take this guy on to actually get back. And then when I'm over here, I am forced to take this guy on. So I mustn't cross that yet. There was one defense here after all that was free to collect, so I made some bad decisions, but whatever. I'm not going to just endlessly look to pick up the redo for one defense. You guys are fine to take on now. These guys are still too expensive, and they're going to be too expensive for a while, and there's the blue key we need, so simply the Spirit of the Wolf is too expensive. What about the ants? They're not really getting it much cheaper. They will become free possibly at one point, maybe not actually. Interesting that it is hedged against the spider as an option to get both of these, because it feels like the antline will always be better. What I need is attack, so I need to find the things that give me attack. Where have there been green keys so far? I don't think I've seen them. Also, I bet you that Greckle Gate is going to be 200, isn't it? Yes, it is. This yellow door is very good. I'll happily take that one with my one yellow key. Still feeling like maybe I should have taken the yellow key on my first run around. This is better now. Maybe I'll just take it. Similarly, I might just take you now. I don't think you're worth it. No, that's still too... That at the moment feels too expensive. That might be okay. Alright, well, we're going to try this. What are these autosaves called? River Crosser, no more ice. Home sweet home. Okay, well, we've got to make an improvement now. This is a pretty good route to do at the moment. Venomous Spider still getting substantially cheaper with more attack. This one's pretty good as well. And so is that yellow key, which you never actually get to see picking up. Oh, there's different music in this room. I never noticed. Might be that I don't have enough attack. I think the 3 attack here is probably for the best. I think you just have to do that. And then, well, this would have been better, wouldn't it? So I was just completely wrong about everything. There we go. One attack. I mean, it's not really worth, like, actually 3 more attack for the golden dude as well. The golden dude. What was I trying to say? It's not really worth worrying about picking up 1 more defense sometimes for something like that. But I can do it here. Because the fact that it's 0 sort of like, it doesn't mean anything that particularly special. Well, I think I had to go the other way for the health first. But this is looking okay now. I don't think I'm getting you yet. Yeah, I don't need to trade in 1 shovel for 50 HP. Can take this guy on now. But quite expensive. What's this with wolves? What were the stats there like? Having 1 more attack would made a substantial difference. I wonder if there was... Okay, so when I first crossed the river, this was probably... It was an error to not pick that up. Do I actually want to go back all the way? Probably I do. If I'm going back all this way, did I want to... No, I don't think I need the yellow key early, actually. But, I mean, there wasn't that much I did. It's all fairly straightforward. But there was a free defense gem that I could pick up here. That's important. And there was a free attack as well, but it made no difference to the thing that I thought. Right. You are also 1 hit and not getting any better, but I should care about HP. Which probably means things like that aren't that important yet. What about you? You need a 1 more attack. I think it's important to take you on now because I need the HP. And then I can do this. This all leaves me just that little bit better than I was before. Maybe it's not worth taking this guy on. Did I do it last time? Well, I can't afford it now. Can go in here for HP. Would probably prefer this instead, if I can afford the health. I do need to do these guys. Making so many saves, but that's what I do. Maybe I do take this on. I think 33 HP-ish for the from the extra attack is worth it. But this venomous spider isn't getting much better before I do this. So I have to do this. And I think I might be able to get you cheaper because 3 attack it says. And there is 3 attack from this guy. To see by picking up that attack rapidly we make a good difference. That was probably worth taking earlier than I did. In fact, that would have been worth going for first. Alright, yes, it would have been. And I believe, yeah, that makes these guys free anyway, so... I think I can get away with killing this guy first. 1 more attack saves 38. 3 more attack saves 28. That means that it's actually better off killing this guy first, because I save less, than doing it the other way around. Oh, interesting. I've hit a point where you are not getting reduced by each of these attack thresholds. It means that it will be worth doing this first instead. And now this guy has so much attack that I want to do that to take on the wolf enemy thing. And you need one more, which I now have available to me, along with some defense, so that's really nice. There we go, this is much better now. And I think I'm just going to take 5 defense. Sure. I could see the argument to not doing that, but I am doing it. You are only 5 to save 88, and you are not much but, however, I need attack for this guy. Ah. I guess I'm just doing that. These are all still very expensive. Not a fan of that. That is still way too much. I need 200 money, so might as well kill you. At some point you'll be worth it, you're probably never worth it. This is tempting, but wasn't there. This instead, which is arguably better. I think I just have to take this guy on. It looks like 2 attack. It would be so nice to get 2 attack before having to do that. I wonder if it's better to do this then. Possibly not. Oh, there was a green key. I was wondering about that earlier. Maybe that is better then. Maybe doing that with that yellow key actually really helps to reduce this. 1 more attack for that. But there is more attack, but that's a very expensive attack. I think it gets cheaper from behind, right? Yeah, 226. To take that on would save 71 here, and the eye's probably not getting much cheaper. I think I'm going to do it. Don't know if this is a good idea or not. Whoa. Certainly not fighting him like that. I have to move before I can fast travel in that room. I thought that was meant to reduce the damage. Did I mess something up? Well, whatever. I did mess something up. I got the autosave while dying. That's funny. I guess I can't afford to do that then. Yeah, hang on. Why did that attack not make you cheaper? Oh, it did. It's just... Oh. He's only hitting me for 3 damage on each hit. It's defense this guy wants, not attack. Okay. So I spent all that time picking up that attack, and it might have been the wrong thing to do. It is actually like this that saves more. But that was definitely not worth it at all. Alright, well, I messed that up, but whatever. And now I can't take that defense because I spent my yellow key, but ugh, it's fine. I don't get that HP. That is outrageously expensive. Makes me wonder if taking this, well, not really, because the other one had 5 defense in it. I was like, is that better than spending it there? But I don't think so. That is pretty nasty still. This is pretty nasty still. Actually low on HP. I guess I gotta do this, but I'm not happy about it. Implies that I've done something slightly wrong, maybe. These guys aren't really getting cheaper. Oh, still not enough. Okay, so this attack up here seemed really bad, right? Like, pretty sure that was really bad. This defense, very helpful against this guy. So I'm still feeling like this might be correct. Yeah, it saves like 400, 500 off of that. So I'm still going to do that. But it does mean, actually, how many hits? 8 times 95. Okay, that is a bit ridiculous. Right. I thought I was missing something. I seem to be missing some stats. Still too expensive. But the Spirit of the Wolf is defeatable now. So I don't really need to take this just yet. I could go through here. Now these guys are a lot more expensive. Getting the Rock Watcher would be nice. I guess that was one nice thing about picking this up. The Rock Watcher did a lot less damage. This seems to make me think that what I was doing actually was fine. In which case I wanted to spend this yellow key even earlier. In fact, I don't think I waited before. Okay, I just need HP, I suppose. And you aren't worth getting first. Instead, you're worth getting first. And now I'm optimizing. Got to save all that single-digit HP, right? How much is this worth just taking now? I think it's probably better to just do this. And then I get that for free. Not sure if that's better or not, to be honest. I think, sadly, I do need the HP because this is otherwise too spicy to get through. Yeah, it is. Not sure what else I get to do in this level then. I could spend a lot of HP for one attack, but not convinced. Oh, that triggered this anyway. I thought I'd get to leave and do a thing and then come back, but no, picking up the attack gem did it. Alright, well, glad you're here. Right, so that weird thing is because I guess that's how this subscription thing works now. Because it's technically counts as the thing I download through Caravel.net. It had the weird, like the 0. It didn't know. There was no high score table to look up. It didn't know what to do, I guess. It just got back something. Maybe I can do that. In fact, I technically could have done that before I got the score point. I'm making the executive decision that that's worth it. And I'm going to keep a shovel. There we go, I did a little bit better. No, I didn't. I did a little bit worse. I did worse because attack is only worth 100, so never mind. Alright, so the ritual began. I felt pain, agonising pain like I never experienced before. What am I got myself into? I passed out. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to read this stuff out loud. Alright, so no returning or... Good, you've given me HP. Please help me, you're blocking my way. Can't move, it's the rituals. I need 65 attack. This would be nice, but I cannot get to it. Good, free stuff. Lots of it. Sacrifice 100 HP for +1 attack, eh? How much attack do you want from me? Quite a bit. And then sort of like, oh, I see. This is the opening room again, but the gate's been replaced by that. It is technically cheaper to take one more use of that. Next one is not worth it, yeah. I'll just check that. Yes, it is. I saved over 100 HP. So, well, that used up all my HP, but do I have to fight these guys yet? They locked all the doors. So this changes the value of HP on the previous level. I ended up spending 5 digs on the extra defense to deal with that like boss enemy. But there is an argument, there was 800 HP. Was it better to funnel HP into the ritual dagger instead? That's an interesting decision. Ooh, lots of things to do. Woo. Okay. Oops. Okay, challenge. Only drink one of these. It'll be one of these then, and that's going to require 60 Greckles. So each Greckle gate gets more expensive with each drink. These are incredibly bad then. These ones at the bottom. These are okay, but these ones are the two that you would want. They'd be 60, and they would be 75 each. It doesn't sound that bad. An argument for killing stuff that I didn't on the previous floor. For money. I thought I wasn't going to get hit by him. Why is that? Strikes when adjacent. These were set to 0, so they don't do anything. High cleric amped. This was not the guy who gives me. Fair enough. Oh no. Whoops. Well, somehow I avoided getting hit by any of those last time. So in that room, you don't have to kill anything, I noticed. So that's important. So yeah, I can get this attack without actually killing anything. But I take more damage than I do if I just kill the injured followers. There's an argument I should spend HP here. It saves a little bit. But if I'm going to be spending HP on attack, better off doing it now before these guys In fact, I'd have been better off doing it when killing the first guy. If I'm going to do that, then I want to do it before this guy, right? So let's... Let's save this time, so... What if I spent the maximum that I could? Does that... It could still get a little bit better, but I just don't have the HP for it. But if you're gonna be taking attack, you should take it as early as possible. It's a lot better to do it that way. That then means that I can take another one and do that. You are only going down by defense, which, I mean, maybe there's a better thing to do. Can I actually just get past you, can't I? Yeah, but that's pretty rubbish. That's interesting. Certainly a lot better than the key on a previous level. That's interesting as well, those two. Yeah, so in this room I don't have to kill any of these guys, right? Like, you can just walk through all of this. And if you hold your sword in this direction, I guess. Like, you know, you could just do that. Technically, the ones up here hit you less on your way through. They're hitting me 5 times, so hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm better off just fighting them, because I get money. I only get 3 money, so it's not even that good. So maybe it's not worth doing, but it is something to consider because it is just defense. And I'm looking for 60 money. None of the defense in here allows me to not kill anything. So if I get this defense without actually killing anything, like, what good is that for me? Like, what am I gonna do next? I guess I have HP and I just pump HP into attack. Right, that's... What would I then spend it on? Like, nothing else is really giving me attack except my dagger. And getting 8 more attack would make the Jade Protectors much easier. I have to hit one of them with the sword, but then you can kill the rest from behind. And if they're doing half the damage, that'll be good. It would take another 30 attack to knock another one off. So I don't think I'm doing that. Maybe this guy will get cheaper first, sooner. You've got a lot of HP, so you really want defense. I guess you're always going to be hitting me a lot. This all sort of implies to me that I want to just be doing this until I can just fight them in advance, right? Like so. Technically I lose a little bit by doing that, but it's fine. Actually, these later ones are not hitting me as many times, are they? It's only these outer ones that hit me 5 times. Meanwhile, I can just take less hits. But doing it in that order, I got to use the defense for the I got to pick up the other defense gem before doing the other one. It's all just defense, so I need with 3 more attack, these guys are free, which is certainly a decision I can make. I need attack anyway, so why not? If I do 4 attack, you are not really going to be getting cheaper. But if I kill the bird first, then I don't need to do that. The gargoyle, 95. Okay, that'll be a while. This is just defense. I'm not fighting that guy. Although I could fight that guy if I wait on it for ages. Yeah, things like this, you see, they need 1 more attack. Okay. Probably time to get this, right? In this case. Oh, I can't quite do it now. But I do know I've got to 80 attack. So that's really important because that's the threshold for these. And like I said, 30 more attack for faster win. These guys seem good. I just haven't got the HP for it yet. In that case, that guy's probably worth it. Similarly, this one. It is interesting that the gargoyle is here, implying if I come back a lot later, this will be better. But I think I just need the HP. And that seems bad, except I can do this now. There we go. And that is what gives me the HP to take this on. The rest of the stats, not very important at the moment. In fact, there's only 1 more stat anyway, except I don't need the attack, so. What? I suppose... Okay, hold on. Was that? No, it wasn't. So the problem with this green door as a decision is it only really saved me 300 and like 68 attack. Like, it's not that exciting, really. I guess there was this guy as well. I could see what was... Maybe I was meant to fight this guy first, because there is a map here. I don't know. I don't know what's correct. We can find out. Your descend ends here, though. This is the boss. I have to not have another. You got big stats. This might be descent with the T at the instead of a D at the end. I think that's meant to be. It's just the wrong tense. I wonder if he would, if I had done something else first, if he would lock this door off. Well, no, I should probably do that. I don't know. Interesting that we got a wall walking. Where might I use wall walking? I can't use it on any of these doors. In fact, I haven't seen anywhere to really use it yet. If I get a blue key, I can wall walk to this door, I guess. Probably not what you want from me, but I might as well leave it alone. Oh, it's a toggle. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so the only problem with doing that is that it didn't do anything to help me with this guy at all. In fact, it didn't lead to anything at all. Yeah, it was only like... This makes me think that this is not correct. Especially because I can't actually get to this now. These are technically cheaper, but And they're worth 8. They're worth 10 money. So see, I could kill these and then get the thing, but I think what this is telling me, until I find a use for the wall walking, that this is actually the wrong thing to do. I meant to kill this guy first. And this is increasingly becoming not worth it, but I am curious. Like, man, everything is actually helping. Oh, the lackeys will get cheaper. That's probably going to be worth it. I think that maybe that's enough. And yeah, that was the end of the level, so that was the last thing. I need to find out what I might want to use wall walking for. So you cannot access these without wall walking, so that's our use for wall walking. This one's a green door. Cult priest. You know what? Maybe I will actually get enough attack to fight the green guys. It's now that I see how this is going. Can't wall walk that. Can't wall walk that either. In fact, none of this is wall walkable. You can technically wall walk that, kill him, and avoid fighting this, but that seems bad. Seems more like you want to come at this from the other direction. How odd. Anyway, it's a very expensive room. These guys are worth fighting. I could technically fight them both. And it's just as cheap. But it gets me like 6 attack. That's pretty good. I haven't finished exploring, but I do like that option. This is a similar room to the last one. Equally scary. There better be something good over here. A bunch of free enemies. This can be wall walked, but then you can't come back out. Are you a flying enemy? Normally birds don't weigh down pressure plates. That's something to keep in mind here. There's another 400 behind a yellow door, which was available elsewhere. Oh, that's spicy. Oh, that's under a lot of these guys. They really want defense, actually. Wait a minute. Here's a useful wall walking. The shield. Because I'm not seeing much else, and it doesn't look like I can get through here. Yeah, and there's no wall walking is going to help here. Okay. So actually, if I go this route, the main reason for doing this first is to get the shield. 30 defense is a lot. And it actually makes a big difference against some of these enemies. Oh, wow. Huh. Well, this certainly feels pretty good. Can't use all the attack as much as I did before. I pumped quite a lot of health into attack. I mean, I guess I still could. And maybe I'm expected to. I do need a green to go north. So was there a green key anywhere? Or was I expected to bring one from the last level? I don't see a green key anywhere, which is a little concerning. Implies there's an entire room that I cannot access. Whoops, that hurt me. So I could get another 2000 HP if I want to. Oh, that's interesting. Looks like I need to start pumping my attack anyway. So I guess that's what we're going to do. There we go. We've made these a little cheaper. I'm going to need a lot of... I could actually make the jade projectors. You know, I could take that 2000 HP potion and just get 20 attack. Like, that is actually an option available to me, which would really help with the gargoyles, actually. I know that there's some challenge here, but right, I can see the names because I've got editing rights. Yeah, which is fine. Prelate defeated a bad omen. I mean, I'm assuming it will give me a score point, but it might not. Thirst and frugality. Right, it's probably that. That's probably like a score point. Because this is my first playthrough, I'm not going to do it right now. 60 for the next HP. I can do a challenge score point when I'm up for the challenge. So I think I just want to pump attack, right? $12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So they're looking pretty good now, but I can do better, I'm sure. 5 more, and these guys are free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. I think it was still worth fighting the other Jade guys to get the wall walking, to get the shield, because the shield helped with the boss a lot. But anyway, the green guys being free is a big deal now. And they were harbouring a lot of HP, I think. Yeah, these guys had a lot of attack as well. I have to take 1 hit, but that's fine. This is probably worth doing. Am I going to get 25 more attack? It's probably worth just doing this. I can't really go in the other way. Oh, I think that is worth doing because that makes the gargoyles free. Probably don't step in there. I can get that. And all of this will allow me to, with all this HP, will let me pump attack more. I'm just going to kill you. Interesting that these are slowly getting better. If I had 19 more attack, they would be worth killing, which is probably what I should be doing. And all of this is helping to make these rooms manageable. Okay. So doing a lot better now. I guess I never got to find out if this plate will pop if I kill him early, so I'm going to try and avoid doing that. Interesting that 1 shovel. The shovels are worth a lot more now, 900. But that one's probably still worth going for. Attack is worth 100, so it's actually spending HP on attack is neutral. That's interesting. They're not reducing very quickly. 14 more for these. 14 more. 2, 3, 4. There we go. And now they're definitely not worth going for the next checkpoint. And to be honest, light guards probably aren't either. So what's the best like defense option? There's a lot of HP. I guess it's this. And I don't have to kill the other guy. Yeah, I don't know if the shovel is worth spending yet. This room pretty nice. There is attack there. There's defense here. They need more defense, these guys, really. Still not got that green key, concerningly. Once I'm through, I can just go the other way around, right? Wait, how does this door ever open? Oh, of course, trapdoors. Yes, one room you go through the trapdoors. The other room you go the other way. I see. This room looks like it might be cheaper. I have to take a green sword hit. I have to take a green sword hit on this room as well. Actually, no, there's a way around this. This room looks cheaper, but it doesn't have attack. Ooh. And you need a lot more attack anyway. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to do this while I'm here. I think I'm going to need more attack. And so this room looks the best. 1, 2, 3. I don't think it's worth 17 more attack at this point. Oh wait, this opens the green door. Perfect. Oh yeah, look at this. This is Ooh, you are. There's a lot of attack in this room, so this room is worth taking on. I can just get this now and then move on to each one. It is going to be cheaper to fight these guys. Not that this extra attack is really helping very much. Well, I can save 3. Or I can save another hit if I do that. But now, yeah, they need a lot more attack. Interestingly, I am going to hit another attack checkpoint on these white guys, which I wasn't expecting. And I'm getting a lot more attack than I thought, yeah. I'm definitely not hitting the next one. That implies that I might have taken on some of them too early. In fact, some of these enemies I assumed I was never going to take damage again. I was just incorrect. Okay, that's good. And there's these as well. These seem a lot better now. There is defense still to pick up. Like say in this room, for example. Attack is not that helpful anymore. Although this attack is enough to make the priests cheaper. But there's more no, the same amount of HP. So I need to figure out how much this is going to cost in each room, I guess. I do have to fight both of those, but it's the same here. So what have we got? We've got a cultist, 2 light guards plus their swords, a green sword, 2 like goblin dudes. Here you would step in there. I take more green sword hits going that route, so it's worse. I think I just need the HP. Oh, I knew I was going to hit him. He's in a bit of an annoying spot, that guy, if I'm totally honest. Is it cheaper to go this way? Maybe it's better to take this room first. But then again, the attack's not that helpful yet. 20 defense is pretty good, though. If that's the case, maybe I want 9 more attack after all. In which case, this is better. But 70, it only saves 73. Which is probably better, actually. There's so many of these guys I'm fighting. Okay. So I guess I do want to attack. In which case, I want to do this room. There you go. I in fact do not have to kill him, but I will anyway. And then... there you go. I can get my savings that way. Got to be real careful because you can trap yourself there. That's nice. That's pretty good. Trying to avoid spending my shovel, but if I need the HP, this is pretty good. You know, these guys might end up being free after all. I think now this is the correct time to do this. Don't need to kill the last guy, and now I'm taking on this room first. Nothing is close to needing. Needing attack, excuse me. I did not finish my sentence. It's cheaper to do that. I don't have to kill you, do I? I don't have to kill. Yeah, I can just avoid you. Might as well kill you. I don't have to kill you. Perfect. Only 8. $93. I'm definitely not hitting that. Oh, that's annoying. Guess I'll kill you then. Eight health, I mean, maybe. Not sure how many Greckles I want to spend. Wow, you do nothing. There you go. I mean, you know what? I could spend 15 HP. It is neutral, and I save 63 HP. But it's probably a bad idea. There's probably going to be better uses for money on the next floor, I guess. These guys... I don't know how much the money's going to be worth, if anything. It's not worth anything from score. It seems silly to spend 15 HP not knowing what's coming up ahead, so I'm just going to go ahead. And there was, actually, that was defense, wasn't it? Well, let's see if I need the money. I can always come back. Not sure how long this is. Ooh. 700 money. Okay, so I do need... money is good. If you need some extra refreshments, take some and pay fairly later. Okay, so I need the money before I go to the next one. So these are testing stats. Yeah, will be removed. I wonder how well everyone else is doing. 276 attack. Phew. I guess he really did spend all of his HP. 212. Hey, that's like me. Red's done the same thing. Wait, WW shield? Oh. Wall walking shield. Okay. Other people didn't do it, I see. Bronze shield. Bronze shield. I don't know what that means. No shield. Interesting. Here I am looking at what other people did. That's nice as well. Can't come back to that. Looks like I get a big benefit from having 700 HP. So... or from 700 Greckles, excuse me, not HP. What am I saying? I can kill this guy still anyway. So the reason why I'm doing that is to get his Greckles and the defense from here. There's probably not enough. And what I needed to do was to not open one of the Greckle doors. That's going to be my guess. Don't really want to be spending 140. But 31 for 12 is worth it. Yeah, so didn't need to spend on these. I wonder how far I can go back before I did that. If I go back a little bit further. No, I'd already spent. Okay, so this is too far back. That implies that it's sort of probably I'm just not going to do it for this playthrough, but it's something to consider for a future playthrough maybe. Maybe then farming this money is actually not worth it, but I don't know. If I spent my shovel here, it's only 20 money, yeah. I don't know what else money's going to be spent on, so I don't think I need to actually kill these guys, come to think of it. Yeah, so that's just something to do for a future round, I guess. I don't know if the yellow keys are worth it either. They seem alright. But yeah, I don't get to take this without having a green key. Cost of Greckle gets gradually increases on this level. Ooh. Hang on. But not that one. But that does say to me that there is... Oh, and these are only worth 30. Hang on. Oh, they change when you walk through here. Makes sense. Starts at 30 and then changes. Yeah. I didn't get a blue key on the previous level, did I? I couldn't use the wall walking to escape the level. No, I couldn't. No. Strike to an adjacent, that's what I thought would happen if I tried to pick that up. Quite a big level this one, 3 HP. What do you do? Oh, okay, probably don't want to do that just yet. Yikes. There's a yellow key use, which... less stats... no, it's more stats key, it's about the same. More uses of green keys. Interesting. If you've saved green keys throughout the levels, then... Well, there's only one. No, we didn't. We had another one. No, we didn't have another one on the other level. There's only been one so far. Take your pick, which one you want. Attack is technically worth less in this hold, actually. That is not such an easy decision. That's also a decent yellow key use. Oh my goodness, so many green key uses. Those yellow doors look very bad. Well, you'd never have to walk over that anyway. Do not enter our place of worship. We will cut you if you try. Aha. Wait, that's the same as my ritual dagger. Yeah, I just used my ritual dagger. I guess you technically could have... I think the deal there is that you could have left the ritual dagger behind, because you could have had the... Interesting that these are here, but they don't block movement. They're just sort of... Oh, well. Interesting. Yeah, you might not have your ritual dagger on you, because you could have bought the other thing. Ah, here's stats for me. That's more like it. Well... HP is technically stats, isn't it, in this hold? This is okay. I much prefer some of these, maybe. You are just a way down pressure plate. That's interesting. That's... How do you ever... Oh, there's a mirror. There's more stats for money, which, I mean, I've just been buying them, but technically it's not a good idea. Ooh. That's interesting. That's annoying. These orbs only lock doors. Why? Because he will hit them. I see. If I take these, he hits the doors that locks all the other stats. If I take this one, he locks the others. That's got a green key in it. I see. I mean, I have to do all of these before I step there. Oh, you've got a lot of stats. 400 defense. Oh dear. Yes, this is... escalated quite quickly, hasn't it? So I need attack to fight cultist cutthroats. I need a lot more attack. You get attack from HP, so HP or attack will do. A green key gets me the sword, which is 40, which is very good. Man, it'd get so much value if I had a green key from the first level, or 750 money. There's another green key. There's an argument then that you just take this green key, but I bet you that's a bad argument. What does it lock? Locks the defense. That's so expensive, man. Right. But I mean, it's not going to cost... Okay. Like, when you consider cost for HP in this, you know... It's almost like HP or attack is not worth picking up if it costs you more than 100 HP per attack. Because you could just use the ritual dagger instead. Now there is money to think about that makes that a little more complex, but you know, this would have been okay, but you know I have to take damage, so I think I need the attack more than anything else. So. What does that pressure plate do? Opens this for 30 defense. Wowie. But you guys are very expensive. 350 attack. I am super far behind on the attack here. Yeah, how do you even get started on this level? By spending a load of HP. On attack, probably, by getting a green key, by having more money. Maybe it's worth me redoing the last level so I can start this one with the sword, or going back, or rewinding a little bit. Oh, I should have spent this, perhaps. Like, none of the other yellows seemed that they were really that much better than that, to be honest. So, I think that's a fine start. Just going to trigger that. What else was free? You were free. You were free. There's an argument that money should be spent there instead. Maybe those were too expensive for stats. There were some really cheap ones somewhere here. And, you know, there is HP that I can spend Greckles on, which I would be better off here, I think. Although, for HP, I'm actually better off with this one, but I will spend the Greckles because they're something that I have now. I think that's just all the freebies, isn't it? Yeah. Now what I want is attack, I guess. No, it wouldn't have been better to take this. Now, that's another thing. If I hadn't spent the yellow keys at the start, actually, there is... Okay, here's a better idea. I'm doing this again. I'm not opening those yellow doors. I'm going to... Gotta remember what was. These were better for the stats. These are worth it because they're so cheap. But instead, I'm going to spend my money here. I'm doing that because it gets me a yellow key. There we go. There we are. So I think that was worth it. That's a huge, substantial upgrade to my attack. And things like these are fightable now, right? Like 350. How's the Slayer doing? So, could actually fight him now. That was almost not worth it, taking the ritual daggers there. But maybe there are some better options. That's actually as far as I get to go down that chain. I should do a scouting run. That's what I should do. I saved when I picked up the sword. Could I have... I don't know. I think I skipped. No? Did I skip the dialogue? No, it's because I entered the room for the first time. So it's this dialogue. Yeah, you're just going to have to listen to this guy's death screams constantly. Anyway, I picked up the map. Let's just walk through the rooms. What's the deal with that? That is there to stop my fast travel. That's why that's there. There is a shield. Ooh, mist-proof shield. That's helpful. You're the final. 1,000 defense. 1,000 defense. That is probably not the final boss. You are probably the final boss. Even so, 1,000 defense. Wow. Well, this would have been a good use of my yellow keys, eh? Look at all these. Whew. Get a full key refund going this route. Wow, so many keys. These all want to wait till you've got the mist shield. Except to get in I have to take one of these routes. I have to lock one of these off to actually go for the shield. And there's quite the gauntlet. And I have to fight that guy. And I've got to get through here. So, okay, that is very locked down. This is a lot of blue doors. Hold on. Okay, so there is something that opens that. I was going to say, otherwise you don't actually have the blue door. Yeah, you're not expected to open this blue door. You can't actually have a spare blue door. These are interesting doors. This is just kill a gauntlet of things to get the blue door. Ooh, look, green keys. That's pretty spicy. It's pretty good. Is there dog? No, but there's music. Spend a green on 2 yellows. Interesting. Those are actually some really good yellow doors for stats. Ooh, look at that. That's very cheap. And I've got that one shovel, haven't I? Was there any dirt anywhere up? Wow. Okay. Interesting the things that are now happening with keys. What use is my shovel? 2000. So that's a score loss if I take this HP. But the HP can be converted into attack, and the attack will probably save me more than 200. So if there are no other dirt blocks, then it's probably always better to just spend the shovel. Unless, like, this guy's blocked by a shovel, no, or a dirt block. Not seeing. Not seeing any other use of dirt here. So many keys everywhere. No. Okay. I think this... I have to kill this guy to get the rest of it. Well, that's fine. I'll just take that one for now. And I'll take this green key. So what was I spending the green key on? So there's a bunch of stats here. But I think there's like progress into good rooms. So like there's this room. I can spend the yellow immediately on another green. That's a bit of a waste, spending a green and yellow for a green. But it does give me access to this room. So I can wait on that. Those are really nice. But I'd still probably rather do the yellows route. There's just a bad door. Now that's interesting. That is also interesting, but I can't get here. Gosh, level is so big. And so available. There's a lot of things available right away in this level. Well, I had to kill a boss guy, didn't I? I probably spent too much on the boss guy, but going this way has now opened up like a bunch of keys, which I can then spend on like really big stat caches. So, like, probably worth it. Like that's okay. I guess that's not brilliant. This video is getting close to an hour and a half, and I think I'm done for now. Actually, this is turning out to be quite a long recording, so maybe... I'm wondering if it was actually worth it to kill that boss. MC Hammer, you can't cut this. That's certainly a name. I haven't really done anything since I fought the boss, except spend money on some keys. So it might not actually be worth going here yet, unless those, you know, I spent a lot of HP for those keys, which implies that it actually probably isn't worth going into the other area just yet. And there's more I could have done in this area. But everything is also still so expensive, which means that it's, you know, attack boosting time, right? Now everything's cheaper, isn't it? No, not really. I still can't fight anything, can you? What's the deal with these? Gets me another way to get a mirror, right? But, like, that's not very good. I would say there's free health, but there's not. Nothing wants to die. I wonder if the green key is worth saving 700 grackles, you know, thinking about it. Now that I've gone through this, like, would I spend a green key on 700 grackles? I mean, maybe, right? So, like, maybe it's fine that I didn't have enough money to get the sword straight away. You know, you can look at that, like, 30 attack, right? That's, well, even more. That's pretty good. But yeah, everything wants so much more attack. Like, fascinating. The cultist is a lot cheaper though. I could now take on, you are not cheaper. Oh, because I looked at one that was on mist. That's why, right? Yeah, 200 defense. Right. Okay, that's enough for now then. That's me being... There we go, and I continue next time it'll be here. I get to decide how much HP I want to pump into the dagger. Yeah, stuff's just not getting cheaper at all. You are expecting to be a lot cheaper. I just noticed a 600 HP behind this. One hit does more than 600 HP. Like, that's... Same for you. That seems to imply I'm supposed to have a lot more defense, maybe. That's 50, isn't it? Yeah, so it's another 20 above this. So it's not even an attack gem, it's the mist benefits that I get. Maybe coming through is better, so I can try and, like, get through this. And because, like, these are fairly cheap. A whole load of not that expensive keys. Well... Right, anyway, that's enough of that. So, enjoying it so far. Different, interesting. This level is very huge, but I shall slowly chip away at it another time. In the meantime, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.